This is the largest patch in Overwatch's entire history. This is bigger than anything. It's bigger than when they launched Overwatch 2. And I'm kind of doing like the 2 with like air quotes, because we all know that was just a repackaging of Overwatch with literally taking away content to just turn the game free to play. It was garbage. Anyway, it finally feels like what we've got now, as I'm looking at these actual bloody patch notes, is the launch of Overwatch 2. I'm almost half tempted to call this video the official Overwatch 2 launch patch notes or something of that description. But we're going to break it down in this video. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, the top line stuff is obviously Stadium. Like a really cool new way to play Overwatch. I'm really, really interested in this. I'm going to be playing this a ton. But then we've got things like the hero ban system. It is like finally a hero ban system in Overwatch. It is about time. Everybody is no doubt going to love this, or probably not if you're a one trick and you're going to get banned every game, especially if you're like a big name streamer. Although I do think actually that they've got protections in place where they can hide their name and all of that stuff. So you're not just going to go out there and target ban like, I don't know, Mercy mains or Doomfist mains or whatever. But I'm sure some of that's still going to happen. But probably what will happen on the whole ban topic is similar to Marvel Rivals, where you just end up with like what the community perceives as the hero that needs to be banned every game. So you just get Spider-Man banned in every single game, you know, and then, yeah, Hulk gets banned every game. But whatever. So like I said, the top line is we've got hero bans, we've got Stadium, we've got Freja, we've got a load of balance changes as well, and we've got new perks added to the game. So let's just get stuck into this. It is actually phenomenal. All right, this is the hero ban system. We'll begin with this first, and then we'll get stuck into the Stadium updates. So, hero bans. The dev comments are, the battlefield just got more dynamic. With hero bans, you can influence matchups in competitive play through team-based voting to remove key counters from the game, leading to fresh strategies. You can remove up to 2 heroes per match per team. So coordinate with your team, adapt your plans, and shape the meta your way. Now, hero bans have been added to competitive play modes. Before the ban phase, players will be able to select their preferred hero. Selecting a preferred hero does not prevent it from being banned. It just communicates which hero the player would like to play. This selection is optional. Players will enter the ban phase before the versus screen is displayed. Players can communicate with their own team during this phase, but can't see or communicate with the enemy team. Bans are simultaneous, with each team banning 2 heroes with a ranked choice system. Each player's first choice carries the most weight, while their second and third choices contribute proportionally fewer votes. Players aren't required to choose any heroes to ban. They can pass by pressing the ready button. Players can reset all their ban choices with the reset button, or they can select any current choice and then swap that choice individually. Players can see which heroes their allies are choosing to ban and which hero they prefer to play on the left side of the screen during the ban phase. Allied choices are ordered from left to right, with the leftmost choice being their highest priority to ban. Ban results are calculated when the ban phase ends. Only 2 heroes can be banned per role. If a hero is tied for votes, ties are broken by the number of players that voted for that hero. If the heroes are still tied, ties are broken randomly. So there you go. That is the way the ban system is going to work. This obviously is going to require a lot of play testing from everybody else, you know, getting stuck into the game and see how this functions. I think the biggest takeaway straight away is you don't actually see the enemy team when you're banning. So yeah, like you're not going to be able to do easy targeted bans and go, oh no, so-and-so's on the other team, I'm going to ban them. I do think as well that kind of only really applies to the highest level of gameplay. So yeah, that's not the rest of us. We don't play it like ultra high-end top 500, so you know, whatever, none of it really matters to us. But yeah, hero bans are here. I think this is going to be really cool. But I do think my sort of quick take on this will be the community will just ban heroes that have got like you know, that type of how can I phrase this diplomatically, but heroes the community want to ban. Maybe I can just say it that way. So Mercy's going to get banned, right? You're probably going to see like Ball getting banned or Sombra getting banned. You know, like heroes like that are probably going to get targeted to begin with, and then it will probably settle down into a meta. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this shakes up the game. So let's talk about Stadium, because I really cannot understate how much of a groundbreaking update this is for the game. I think a lot of things are going on here. It feels like the shackles are broken off the development team. It's like, go ahead and advance the game. No longer are we just looking at what Overwatch is and trying to heavily monetize it. We're going, actually, what new features can we build? And we're not working on PvE, so we're going to go straight into PvP. What new experiences can we give the player base? And they've landed on Stadium, and I think this is like a really cool change. Like, you know, we've all played the first-person Overwatch for years and years. I mean, it's nearly 10 years now Overwatch has been out. Yeah, it's been 6v6. Yeah, it's 5v5. Whatever. This is changes that's happened years and years ago. But the game fundamentally hasn't really changed from that. It's always been first person. It's always been, okay, we've got some fun little arcade modes, but generally people are playing quick play or they're playing competitive. Now, we've got a completely different way to play the game. And this is great because for the first time since the launch of the game, this is why I said at the top of this video, this feels like almost like a watershed moment for Overwatch. It feels like it's going forward again now. It feels like they're starting to innovate again instead of just stagnating and just focusing way too much on, you know, like I always like to rag on the monetization, but it always felt like that to me. It felt like Overwatch updates were just monetization updates. Like, look at these skins, look at this collaboration we've got going, look at this battle pass. I'm like, okay, well, what's different? Nothing. Okay, great. This now feels different, and I had a great time playing this in the sort of early test phase. It's so good. It's really, really good. I love the way you can see a character as well, and you really get to see the animation quality of the characters, like from third person, that you just don't really see because you'd be playing in first person. Now, like I said, you can actually play Stadium in first person if you like. And I think there might be some strategies where, especially if you're playing aim-intensive heroes like Ashe or Soldier, you might want to, or even Cassidy, you might want to go first person for the first few rounds and maybe drop to third person as things get a bit more overpowered, because third person does give you some advantages because you can kind of see around corners. Anyway, let me break down what the devs say about Stadium. Stadium Initiation. This is going to be a new launch event where winning earns you more than just bragging rights. Make a name for yourself by conquering challenges, climbing the ranks, and unlocking seasonal cosmetics like the Stadium Rookie Soldier 76 and Stadium All-Star Juno skins before they're gone. Perfect your strategy, dominate your enemies, and or just simply rake in some wins for the fun of it. And the prizes, the Stadium Initiation event is here for you to flex your skills and recap the rewards all season long. Take on event challenges to earn Stadium Initiation exclusive rewards like the Soldier 76 Stadium Rookie skin and additional rewards. Reach All-Star rank in the new Stadium ranking system to earn the Season 16 exclusive Stadium All-Star Juno skin and complete multiple challenges for unique loot boxes. And then they go into Stadium itself. So this is introducing Stadium. Step into Stadium, the all-new way to play Overwatch 2. This fast-paced, best-of-7 round-based experience. You strategically build your hero's loadout, customize on the fly, and outmaneuver your foes with tactical upgrades to rise through the Stadium ranking system. With the option to play in first or third person, bounties to speed up progress or make comebacks, and the freedom to play your heroes in completely different ways, no two battles will ever be the same. Plus, Stadium will have 17 heroes available at launch with regular updates to the rules, conquer the ultimate battleground, and have some fun in Stadium. Learn more about how Stadium is played in our official blog. Well, we're not going to learn more in the blog because, well, we're in a video, but we're going to read you off actually what are the main points of this. So, Stadium is a new core game mode listed alongside the unranked competitive play and arcade cards in the main menu. This means it is here to stay. It will not go. It is a new core way to play Overwatch. You can very much be a Stadium player, which I think is what I'm going to be. 2 teams of 5 compete across multiple rounds and maps. First to 4 round wins will win the match. Available only in role queue. Custom game modes are not yet available for Stadium. Players may group up with other players regardless of skill or competitive rank in Stadium. Yes, so it is much looser on the competitive end. It's more of a, can I say it's like a casually competitive mode? That's what it feels like. And I'm all for this. It's so good. Stadium maps. 9 new or modified maps on 3 different map types are added. Control maps play 1 round only and capture progress is faster. Clash maps play 3 objective points only. Push maps play with distance to the objective at approximately half the distance as full push maps. Heroes selected are locked in for the entire match. This could be a problem further down the line, guys. I'm not going to lie, but they are currently locked in. It would actually be quite nice if you could sell your hero and change the hero and you get some sort of, I don't know, compensation for that maybe, but that's something for down the line, I guess. But whatever. Heroes are locked, so whatever hero you pick at the start of Stadium, you just have to play for the entire match. Obviously, you can change when you get into a different game, but yeah. So yeah, you're locked in. Tank heroes, D.Va, Junker Queen, Orisa, Reinhardt, and Zarya are playable. For damage heroes, you've got Ashe, Cassidy, Genji, Mei, Reaper, and Soldier 76. And support heroes, you've got Ana, Juno, Kiriko, Lucio, Mercy, and Moira. And perks are not enabled in Stadium because obviously you literally buy them and they're way stronger anyway. And you can buy items as well. Stadium cash. Spend Stadium cash to buy items for your hero and gain additional max health. Earning Stadium cash. Each player starts with 3,500 at the beginning of the match. Players earn more Stadium cash by dealing damage, providing healing, and getting eliminations or assists. Players can earn bounties by eliminating or assisting with eliminating an opponent that has been performing well. The player on each team with the most stadium cash earned for the round receives a 1,000 cash bonus. A team that is significantly behind at the start of a round will have a bonus multiplier added to their earnings throughout the round. Bounties. Every player starts with a value of 300 at the start of the match. Every time a player gets elimination or assist, their bounty increases by 75 and can have a maximum value of 2,000. Every time a player with more than 300 is eliminated, their bounty is reset to 300. Every time a player with 300 or less is eliminated, their bounty value drops to 100. Any player with a bounty of 750 or more is displayed in the gameplay HUD. Increase max health. Now this is cool. For damage and support players, every 500 total cash earned adds 1 additional max health at the end of the round and for the remainder of the match. For tank players, every 750 total cash earned adds 1 additional max health for the remainder of the match. Up to 300 additional health can be added from stadium cash earnings. The initial 3,500 cash at the start of the round does not provide additional max health. The armory phase. So at the start of each round, players will enter the armory and have a limited time to browse. Players can use stadium cash to buy items that modifies their weapons, abilities, and more. On rounds 1, 3, 5, and 7, players can equip powers for transformative modifiers that enhance and change the hero's playstyle. But also they cannot be changed, right? If you lock them in, you can't change them. Example builds are available for every hero, and these are a great place to start, which I think they are. But I think very quickly you'll just start. I mean, I think I sort of followed a build for maybe 1 round, and then I thought, no, I need more damage. Then I just started buying damage items. I was like, no, I need more survivability. Then I started buying survivability, and that's the cool aspect to this mode. You can mess about theory crafting builds, and that's really cool. It just adds another dynamic. I think it's just so cool, and I think it works really, really well in Overwatch. So talking of powers, at the start of the 1st, 3rd, and 5th and 7th round, players will equip a power for their hero, and you cannot remove powers once they've been equipped. And these are like the most, well, they're cool powers. They're the most powerful way to augment your character in this mode. You can like give yourself a ton more damage, make yourself a lot more survivable. They're all hero specific as well. But remember, you cannot get rid of them. So once you invest in them, that's it. You've got them for the remainder of the game. Stadium League. So Stadium is a competitive mode with its own ranking system. There is a total of 7 leagues: Rookie, Novice, Contender, Elite, Pro, All-Star, and Legend. Each league has 5 divisions, with 5 being the lowest rank and 1 being the highest. Players start in the Rookie division, Division 5, every season. Players gain Stadium points for every match win, along with progress to advancing into the next league. In the Rookie and Novice leagues, players do not lose Stadium points for a loss, so you should get out of these leagues eventually. Well, if you lose every game, then I guess you won't, because you'll never get any points. But at least you won't lose any. Players lose small amounts of Stadium points after a match loss in the Contender or Elite leagues, and players lose similar amounts of Stadium points to what they win after a match loss in Pro and All-Star and the Legend League. So this is saying to me, yeah, like I said, it's a casually competitive mode that I think you're going to be able to like connect with your heroes more, and I think that's what this is designed for, and I'm all for this. Like I literally just want to mainline Zarya in this mode, and I just want to see what happens. So it's really cool. I like it. So what about rewards for playing this mode? Well, players earn 10 competitive points for every match win in Stadium. Players earn additional rewards, including name cards, weapon charms, and titles based on which league they reached the highest throughout the season, and these rewards are only usable for the duration of the next season. Players can earn the epic Orisa Elite skin by reaching the Elite League in the tank role in Season 16. You can earn the epic Genji Elite skin by reaching the Elite League in the damage role in Season 16. And you can earn the epic Moira Elite skin by reaching the Elite League in the support role in Season 16. Players can earn the legendary Juno All-Star skin by reaching the All-Star League in any role in Season 16. So, talking of lever penalties in competitive, the same lever penalties for competitive play, they also apply to Stadium. Players who disconnect or leave will only have a few minutes to return without penalty. Players who abandon a match will entirely will be given the same penalties as if leaving a competitive play match, and including a season ban. And including a season ban. Players who are suspended or banned in either Stadium or competitive play cannot play both modes while that suspension is in effect. So, that is Stadium, right? This is great. I really think this is great. I think, obviously, the competitive lever penalties do need to be applied to this mode because it is a longer mode. You know, you're playing literally a best of 7. I know it's only 1 round for control and things like that in this game mode. So it is like faster on a per match basis, but over a game, it's not. Like, this is like a 30-minute, 35-minute investment. I know you could maybe get some Overwatch matches that stretch out to that sort of length, but every game is going to be that kind of length. I guess unless you steamroll the opponents, which is probably going to happen quite a lot. But that's it, guys, at the moment for Stadium. I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to play this. I cannot wait. I think it's great. There is also a new hero coming to the game. Now, I'm sure everyone's seen Freja. I mean, the funniest thing for me with Freja is when Freja was announced all those months ago, where they did some sort of like creator event. And I don't mean this to rag on the American content creators because I pronounce everything wrong all the time. But they were calling her Freja. I'm like, what? Freja? Anyway, it's Freja. So yeah, she'll be available. You can see her abilities on the screen, like I said. You guys have probably seen her before. DPS hero, aim intensive, got good mobility, probably going to be pretty good. Going straight into competitive play. And I do believe she's being added to Stadium at the mid-season update. I think they said that, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, she's in the game. Good stuff. Okay, I'm going to go over the hero updates here. I'm going to be fast because there's a lot of these, and a lot of them are perk changes. And I'm going to be completely honest here, guys. I've simply not been playing enough Overwatch to really understand what these perk changes can possibly mean. I'm going to read them off. Let's go for it. Let's break it down. So, Diva, Bunny Stomp is now combined with Ejection Suit. New minor perk, Bunny Power. Eject grants 75 temporary overhealth, and Cool Mech's damage radius is increased by 50%. New minor perk, Extended Boosters. Hitting an enemy with boosters increases the duration by 0.5 seconds. Hazard, off the top. Increased leap slash damage from 30% to 50%. Orisa. Developer comments, Orisa has been underperforming in comparison to other tanks, increasing her damage to allow her to be more threatening without boosting her survivability. Augmented Fusion Driver, damage increased from 13 to 14. Fortify now prevents Hack's ability lockout from interrupting abilities. Heat Dissipator increases amount of heat reduced per headshot by 33%. Reinhardt, Fiery Uptake removed. New perk, Crusader's Fire. Refund a charge of Fire Strike when you stun an enemy, overfilling up to 3. Shield Slam, distance increased by 50%. Roadhog, Hog Toss removed. New minor perk, Pent Up. When Pigpen is triggered, refill 50% of Take a Breather resource, which can overfill. But I can never say this, but hydrogen. It's hydrogen, but with hog at the start. Exposure. Increased radius from 8 to 10 meters. Sigma, Levitation. Jump can now be held down to hover. Winston, developer comments. With the introduction of perks, Winston has been overperforming by adjusting his survivability, exchanges some of his armor for health. We aim to bring him in line with other tanks without significantly impacting his overall gameplay. Base health increased from 225 to 275. Base armor reduced from 250 to 200. Wrecking Ball. In 6v6 game modes, armor health reduced from 150 to 100. Cassidy. Past Noon removed. New minor perk, Even the Odds. Regenerate 20 health per second for each enemy targeted by Deadeye. Okay, Freja, she's a new hero, and there's a lot going on here. I think then they're basically buffing her because maybe she was a little bit weaker in some of the test phases that they've kind of had with the hero. But this is what they say. Dev comments. We received positive feedback during Freja's hero trial, and it's exciting to see how much you enjoy experimenting with her kit. However, we've noticed that Freja is struggling to keep up with other damage heroes, particularly in terms of lethality. So we're adjusting the time it takes for her to earn her minor perk, bringing it in line with other heroes. Additionally, we're increasing the number of shots before her max spread kicks in, making her rev draw crossbow more reliable at all ranges. Finally, while Freja's bowler shot was charging quickly, its effectiveness was somewhat lacking. We're boosting both its damage and radius slightly, ensuring it can better secure eliminations when it lands. So time to earn minor perk is 18% less. The rev draw crossbow, number of shots before max spread, increased from 8 to 12. The bowler shot damage and explosion radius increased from 5 to 5.5 meters, and the bowler shot damage over time has been increased from 75 to 90. Hanzo, dev comments. Restoring the functionality of Hanzo's Stormbow to retain draw progress will enable him to use wall climb more effectively, improving his ability to take space and position himself. So Stormbow, arrow draw progress is preserved while wall climbing. Storm arrows projectile speed increased from 110 to 140 meters per second. Junkrat, Aluminium, not aluminum, frame also reveals trapped enemies to allies. TikTok, description changed. Concussive mine strengthens 0.5 seconds after landing, increasing damage by 50%, explosion radius by 50%, and health by 200%. May, chilling reach removed. Biting cold, moved to minor perk. Secondary fire hits slowed enemies by 20% for 1.5 seconds. New major perk, deep freeze, continuously hitting enemies with primary fire, freezes them for a short time. Sombra, viral efficacy removed. New minor perk, encrypted upload. Hack can be used while invisible. Successful hacks increase the duration of stealth by 2 seconds. Stack overflow removed. New major perk, viral replication. Hitting a hacked enemy with virus spreads virus to enemies within 8 meters. Wow, that sounds good. Soldier 76, field emergency, description changed. Biotic field's healing is increased by 100% on low health targets. Torb, overloaded turret, now transforms into a level 3 sentry turret if overload was activated before fully constructed. Tracer, flashback, blinks restored, reduced from 3 to 2. I don't think that comes as any surprise. Quantum entanglement now additionally grants 20 over ammo. Anna, groggy, reduced initial slow from 75% to 50%, now also deals 50 damage over the duration. And biotic bounce, second bounce damage and healing reduced from 50 to 25. Baptiste, assault burst, will now do instant healing but cannot critically heal low targets. Biotic launches secondary fire, healing explosion increased from 50 to 60, direct impact healing increased from 20 to 30, maximum ammo reduced from 13 to 10. Juno, hyper boost removed. Reboots moved to minor perk, duration increase removed. New major perk, locked on, reduced the cooldown of pulsar torpedoes by 1.5 seconds for every enemy hit. Lifeweaver, thorn volley, projectile speed increased from 80 to 100 meters per second. Life-weaving perk, bonus healing increased from 30 to 40. Lucio, groove in removed. New minor perk, beat drop, amp it up is active during sound barrier. Mercy, angelic recovery removed. New major perk, minor perk, angelic resurrection. Mercy gains 100 over health after casting resurrect. Zenyatta, orb of discord. In 6v6 game modes, duration before expiring when target is out of sight reduced from 3 to 1.5 seconds. Ascendance, jump can now be held down to hover. Duality, increased converted damage from 20 to 30%. Alright guys, there you go. That is all of the updates coming in Season 16. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. But like I said, I think the big one for me is obviously Stadium. I want to check this out and see, you know, how it plays in a live environment, because it's been good with the alpha testing stuff, but it's not like live. It's better once you get the game live. But yeah, let me know what you think about all of this, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you soon.